From Spider-Man to the Power Rangers, pop culture is full of stories about super-heroic teenagers granted powers from intelligent aliens, radioactive arachnids, and a variety of cosmic rays. But in the real world, there are young adults who found it within themselves to dream big and train hard until they were the strongest teens in the world. The Hubs assembled these international phenoms in a lineup that would make the Super Friends jealous. Prepare to be amazed. And while you're at it, click the subscribe button, get in some reps watching the Hub's videos, and become the strongest viewer around. CJ Cummings. At just 16 years old, CJ Cummings has wowed both average folks from his home state of South Carolina and professional weightlifters alike. Competing in the International Weightlifting Federation's Youth World Championship in Bangkok, CJ completed a 185 kilogram clean and jerk lift, breaking youth, junior, and senior records. For the clean and jerk, the lifter bends their knees to pick up the bar off the floor and raise it up to their shoulders, just below the neck. Eventually, the legs are fully extended and the lifter then raises the barbell over his or her head. So basically, this teenager lifted 407 pounds of heavy weights over his head, which is a feat of strength made more incredible when you consider that we have trouble lifting ourselves out of bed every morning. On top of that, the guy is a lean 150 pounds and only 5 feet 2 inches. It's noted that the clean and jerk lift is often more attainable for shorter weightlifters with a lower center of gravity. But let's not detract from this unbelievable accomplishment. CJ, an up-and-comer who many weightlifters consider to be their sports equivalent to Michael Jordan, has the ability to easily lift a set of weights as heavy as a piano or a motorcycle. Candace Hill. At 17 years of age, Candace Hill is a track and field prodigy. Hailing from Georgia, Hill is often called the fastest teenager in the world, having been the first female to complete the 100-meter dash in less than 11 seconds. With high school meets usually lasting several hours, Hill knows how to pack in a huge amount of nail-biting entertainment in just over 10 seconds of action. With a weighted GPA of 4.5 at Rockdale High School's Magnet for Technology and Science, she's been able to balance her training with her studies. These combined accomplishments gain anyone acceptance into a top-notch university, but Candace already has a 10-year contract with the ASICS. This allows her to skip NCAA college-level competition and go straight to pro. Although she failed to make the USA 2016 Summer Olympic team, her personal mantra kept her focused, saying she's always had a driven confidence and self-belief, making her game for any challenge. As Gatorade's National Girls Track and Field Athlete of the Year, who's broken records for the 100 and 200 meter races, she's one of Team USA's top prospects for the 2020 Tokyo Summer Olympics. Her personal drive is really paying off. We are very excited to announce the Premium Network. The Premium gets you early access to videos from The Richest, Screen Rant, The Taco, The Sportster, The Things, and many other great channels. Literally thousands of videos in one place with ad-free browsing. Check out the Premium by clicking this link. Sign up for free and start binge-watching videos from your favorite channels. Laurie Hernandez. Laurie Hernandez is another 17-year-old athlete making a name for herself on the world stage. As a participant in the 2016 Olympics, this gymnast has been training since the age of 5. That age is a formative time, and although a lot of kids will treat gymnastics as more of a hobby than a lifestyle, the sport was a solid backdrop, always giving focus to Laurie's life. Her coach hadn't trained an Olympic gymnast before, but her coaching style matured as Laurie gained more experience. Starting out in the USA Gymnastics National Training Camp in 2012, she ranked 21st during her first year, but she would take second place overall just a year later, winning medals in balance beam, floor exercise, and uneven bars. At just 15 years old, she claimed the gold medal for best overall gymnast in the national championships immediately following a year spent recovering from wrist, knee, and MCL injuries. After multiple surgeries brought her down, Laurie flipped her way to the top of the podium of the 2016 Summer Olympics, winning gold in the team event and silver on the balance beam. Ending a heck of a year, Laurie got top honors off the mat when she performed on the 23rd season of Dancing with the Stars. Jeison Lopez. At 170 pounds, 17-year-old Jeison Lopez is a real-life Incredible Hulk. Originally from Cali, Colombia, Jeison made quite a showing at the World Junior Championship of the International Weightlifting Federation. His 170-pound weight class saw new records be broken as Jeison seized the top honors for the snatch lift and the clean and jerk lift. For his clean and jerk, he raised 419 pounds with ease. That's just a bit more than CJ Cummings, who, you'll remember, lifted 400 pounds to break his own record. Jeison can basically raise the combined weight of a piano and a small pile of books over his head. While that makes him ideal company for any opera singer trying to move into a new apartment, he's got more important things to do, like squat 600 pounds. As proof of his strength, he posted an Instagram photo of himself hoisting an overloaded 600-pound barbell into the air. That's the same weight as someone lifting a vending machine over their head. At an age when most teenagers are sharing cat gifs on social media, he's tagging his Herculean videos with the hashtag Tokyo 2020. Although his focus is always on the lift at hand, he is also looking optimistic into the future. Mariana Naumova. Sharing pictures with Hulk Hogan and gaining validation in the form of a hug from Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mariana Naumova seems to have rightfully earned her title as strongest girl in the world. Preferring barbells to Barbies, she started lifting free weights as a child. Her muscle-building head start led to Mariana breaking 24 world records for competitors under the age of 18. After earning an invitation to the Arnold Classic, she proved herself by bench pressing another record-breaking 330 pounds. Then she used her win as a platform, requesting improved relations between the United States and her homeland, Russia. She's made many outspoken statements throughout her young career, advocating on behalf of Russia's Communist Party, touring the Ukraine in support of the pro-Russia rebels, and even visiting Syria on the request of the Russian government. Recently, however, doping allegations kept her from participating in the Arnold Classics for 2 years. Although she can't continue to make a name for herself or expand her brand through Schwarzenegger's competition, she'll probably be able to build on the success of her earlier teenage years and go after more unbroken records once she hits her 20s. Jake Schellenschlager. As a 14-year-old in the 8th grade, Jake Schellenschlager could lift more than twice his own weight. Weighing in at 119 pounds, he was able to wow judges by deadlifting 300 pounds in the York Barbell competition. Now a high schooler in a suburb of Baltimore, Jake's trainer notes that he's always had the same inner self-determination you usually see in older individuals. It's that level of dedication that allowed him to break his personal record and lift 400 pounds just a year later. Jake had a head start on many of his peers, starting at age 11, but a lot of the famous weightlifters and Olympians started young as well. Although some pediatricians argue against teenagers participating in competitive weightlifting due to the strain it places on developing bodies, Jake and his parents maintain it's just like any other sport. With a sponsorship from World Gym and a lot of healthy motivation, Jake set the personal goal of deadlifting 500 pounds by age 17. Targeting 1 to 2 muscle groups per day and following a protein-packed diet, he should easily be able to lift 4 times his own body weight. How many people are able to cross that item off their to-do list? Allison Weiss. For those who belong to the gyms and follow the philosophy, CrossFit is a fitness lifestyle. With specific exercises tailor-made to be the most challenging and precise workouts possible, 5 routines are provided over a period of 5 weeks each year. Then, 40 participants from each group, male adults, male teenagers, female teenagers, and 240 masters, are chosen out of CrossFitters worldwide to compete in an annual Olympic-style event, the CrossFit Games. The competition is fierce. The exercises are exhausting, and you have to be a special teenager to make it to the top of the CrossFit totem pole. Only 3 teenage girls have been eligible to participate in 2015 and 2016. Both years, the teenage bracket of the competition was available. Placing 3rd in 2015 and 1st in 2016, Allison Weiss is an all-around powerhouse. As a gymnast whose body is able to handle the stress of heavy free weights even though she's had no prior weightlifting experience, the Greensboro, North Carolina native not only ranked 1st over all other teenage girls, but she's ranked 7th over all competitors worldwide. Kobey Pritchard. Competitive wrestling can be a harsh sport. From the heavy workouts to the intense food prep, it requires daily precision and a saint-like level of discipline. So Kobey Pritchard can compete with his fellow Iowa high school students, he needs to take his fitness regime to the next level. At age 6, his right leg was amputated to fight a cancer diagnosis. Training while on crutches and competing without any prosthetic, just the fact that 17-year-old Kobey is able to keep up with his classmates is an amazing achievement. Yet his drive is so incredible, he made it all the way to the Iowa State Championships in 2016. While his lack of a leg means he's losing half of his base, it gives one less appendage for opponents to grab and pin while grappling on the ground. Although he's 120 pounds, without his leg, he's able to maintain the upper body strength reserved for those in higher weight classes. This helps him outmaneuver the competition, allows him to make a name for himself, and, he hopes, gives him an upper hand in future NCAA competitions. Overall, his amazing abilities on the mat are inspiring others with disabilities to find ways to compete. Reshat Mati. Known as the Albanian Bear, Reshat Mati has been racking up kickboxing titles since he became a YouTube sensation at age 13. A 7-time national jiu-jitsu champ, 7-time national grappling champ, and 8-time world kickboxing champion, he's been fighting since birth. His family even called him the punching baby as an infant. And after years of martial arts and wrestling training, and countless titles in his young life, he says he actually prefers the boxing he naturally gravitated to at birth. To Rashad, MMA relies more on brute force, while boxing's combo of punches and jabs requires chess players' strategy in order to best your opponent. He prefers that boxers need to have a defensive style as strong as their offense, and it's this passion that fueled his participation in the New York Daily News Golden Gloves competition in 2016 and 2017. Following this, his reputation should continue to grow with his record. As of November 2016, Rashad was 38 wins and just 4 losses for amateur kickboxing fights. Not only that, but among all his MMA, boxing, kickboxing, and jiu-jitsu fights, he has an incredible record of 245 wins and 19 losses. As he matures, it will be intimidating for any adults facing off against him. Julia Vins. With the face of a model on top of a muscular frame, Julia Vins gives the sense that she's a totally unconventional and confident girl. She embraces her look, saying, "Guys who are negative about my athleticism are just jealous." And it's hard not to be jealous of someone with 3 world records to their name. Beginning her training at age 15, the Russian native practices in the gym 4 times per week for 3 to 5 hours. She eats up to 6 meals a day, and she can deadlift 400 pounds. This routine got her into 2014's World Powerlifting Championship in Moscow, where she bested the top records, squatting 396 pounds, 230 pounds in bench press, and 364 pounds in deadlift. Outside of her strength, the 5 feet 3 inch Julia prefers to work out in full makeup, accentuating what many call her doll-like facial features. There's still a ways to go before female bodybuilders receive the same respect as male lifters, but Julia Vins takes it in stride and gladly accepts both the positive attention to her strength and easily dismisses the negative comments about her stature. She says, "I don't like to think of what I would become if I wasn't Muscle Barbie." Thanks for watching The Strongest Teens in the World. Maybe they inspired you to get out there and either start lifting some weights yourself or start lifting your fingers to click on more videos on TheHub. We'll see you at the gym!